the animals? Are the animals? Oh my!
Everyone's taken care of.
He looks so much like Cameron. Hi, buddy.
Hi, baby.
Try not to make yourself so wet.
Needed to record picking up my wheels.
Oh, shut up about your wheels. That's funnier.
Yeah, but we won't let him put this on the internet.
Tell me a little bit about what you think about my wheels. Like, what do you know? What do you know about my wheels?
I literally can't stop thinking about your
No,
wheels.
that's not what I mean. Like, I've described to you my wheels. What do you think they are?
I have absolutely no idea.
They're different wheels from what bike?
I don't even
Your
know
big
that.
bike.
My what?
The big bike?
The
No.
big bike.
It's the fat bike?
Fat bike.
Fat bike. Right.
But they're fat wheels and they're going on a fat bike.
But they're not. That's what.
They're skinny wheels that are going on a fat bike.
Wait.
Thank you, Jan.
Well,
Jan
well,
paid
well,
attention.
wait.
Jan paid attention.
Why would
Wait.
you put skinny wheels on a fat bike?
You have a skinny bike for skinny wheels.
But these aren't that skinny. These are like in between. They're called mid-fat.
This fat.
They're
Mid-fat.
fat and the fat. So that you can use one bike for everything.
Thanks, Jan. Jan has paid attention to all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
And they cost $1,000.
That part I know.
shh.
This for the wheels, not the rubber.
Yeah, plus-
That's right.
Plus the rubber.
I know that part.
Why are you playing it back if we're recording it?
Because I'm looking at it for myself, you idiot. Leave me alone.
That's no way to speak to your
Don't-
father.
Don't call your father an idiot.
On camera.
Bike stuff. Our chief financial officer, Jan, is coming here. Always when I go to a bike shop, you got to bring Jan because she's the one that dials things in, right? So we don't spend too much on bikes. Bike. Hello. Not bad. What's going on? So, what do we got? Oh, come on, man. Jan, what do you think?
Looking for motorcycle stuff.
She's not impressed. They're beautiful.
Absolutely. That, with the red nipples, came out really well.
That is great. And then two pointing to the, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's
Like
good.
the two silver.
Yeah. They look great.
I agree. I think they're
And I do
gonna
this
perform
because
very
I'm
well.
That makes my day.
perfect.
So, okay. The man, the early adopter to all of this, the one that has talked me into this direction with the bike, Adam. I've already talked about you a lot on this video.
Okay.
So, how did you get into mid-fats on a fat bike? Like, where did that
So as we discussed in the past, I wasn't a fan of fat bikes because of cross-country skiing.
Right.
Thinking that it was going to dominate the time. After trying one and spending the whole winter being impressed with what it does, I figured I didn't want to leave it in storage for the summer months.
right?
So to utilize what my investment was, I figured what was the better way to do that. Tire sizing was limited as to taking a 26-inch, you couldn't really buy a 3. 4s were a little slow or really aggressive, and I was a fan of the Minion tire. And the only way to do that was to adopt the 29-inch hoop. And it was an experiment that I brainstormed with a rep who he thought the theory was cool. We spun up a set of wheels to try it, and I was hooked. After that, I built probably a dozen sets for guys that were kind of intrigued by mine. Now you're an adopter of a set, and hopefully you'll have the same experience as I have.
Yeah, I would say, like what intrigued me about this is getting down to one bike, we've talked about this a lot. I don't think you can really do it. There's so many incarnations and cool bikes out there, right? Like we're not even talking about electric bikes, which I know you're a fan of as well, and which you know, incidentally, you could kind of do this with an electric fat bike.
Absolutely.
Right? Have 2 sets of tires and ride on different terrains and everything with it. But you know, as one platform, the fat bike, I like you was not a fan in its early incarnations until I got on one, and it was actually, you sent me home with your fat bike there one summer. Yep. A few years ago, and that was a real eye-opener. You know, being on that bike was life-changing, really. Just seeing that you're not really giving anything up.
And your adventures are whatever you want them to be. That's
right. Yeah, but the 2 different sets of wheels for one bike changes.
It allows your bike to have split personality.
Right.
So
yeah.
That's what I was a fan of.
Yeah. Now you're kind of a wheels off the ground rider a lot of the times, and I'm not. I'm very cross country. So we have a little different setup, even though we're doing the same thing with the bikes. But I think that's what's cool about it.
It's going to allow your riding that you do on your current bike to kind of fold over to some of the other bikes that you've owned in the past, and do more so. Your fat bike now, with this setup, you can do some bike packing and long distance touring off road. You're going to be able to do some aggressive single track at speed where you're maybe lumbering a little bit with your big wide wheels.
Right.
It's going to bridge the gap kind of closer to your cross country setup that you had before. And then the next kind of window that maybe we'll get you to try is I'll loan you a wide fork suspension to see what that may or may not benefit you.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of been my setup. Is I go from my studded fat bike wheels to my non-studded to this setup. My rigid fork comes on and off sporadically, and all of them allow the bike to do different things.
I'm going to play around with that. I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing I'm looking forward to is throwing some drops on the fat bike with.
And that's super cool, and I've not had a chance to do that yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna set that up probably pretty soon. First, I'm gonna ride it just with as it is first and see what that's like, and then I'm gonna go right to the drops and see what that's like.
That'd be wicked cool.
Yeah, I'll for sure we'll do some cross contamination and see what these things look like.
For sure.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Nice build.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a beautiful job on that. He's the builder too. I'm excited about this. I'll send you pictures.
Absolutely.
And this will all be a YouTube post too, so I'll link you in with
I'm just happy you're stoked about it as much as I am.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm totally jazzed about this. Like, tell me a little bit about your Maxxis tires.
So this is the Minion diff. And they're very pokey.
Are we gonna visit Teal?
And yeah, you have to show them Rick, right?
I don't have to.
Oh, they're true. So they're tubeless ready. And it's one tire. This is one tire. It's one tire. Where's the other tire?
The back.
So it is a front tire for demanding terrain. So is that
Oh my gosh, I was like, wait, aren't there supposed to be 4?
no. So demanding as in like you get here, you ride me, you get me on your bike. Is that kind of demanding? Warning. Always wear eye protection. See, that's demanding.
That all you got?
Can you describe the texture?
The texture is bumpy and kind of off kilter, like it's not right. Like this looks different than that, and that probably means something important. But it seems pretty certain of itself. Demanding.
Nobody likes road trips here.
I've got my demanding tire.
That is a demanding tire. Okay, here we go. How's Diesel the horse?